Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're digging into a football transfer that was supposed to be simple. On paper, it was a done deal. But it spiraled into this high-stakes standoff between two huge clubs, a $30 million price tag, and one player who is absolutely refusing to back down.
So, you've got a signed contract, right? A price is set in stone. How on earth did a $30 million deal, something designed to be so straightforward, become the one thing that could completely break everything apart, leaving a player's future just hanging in the balance?
Okay, so to really understand what's going on now, we've got to go back to the original agreement, the one that everybody thought was the final word on the matter. So, here's how it all started. Last season, Manchester United loaned a player out. But this wasn't just some temporary move to get him some game time. No, the deal had a mandatory buy clause baked right in. That means the new club was contractually obligated to buy him at the end of the season. For United, this was a perfect scenario. His big salary was off their books, and his future departure was, supposedly, guaranteed.
You'd think the path forward was crystal clear, right? It was a done deal, or so it seemed. But then, one person's powerful, unwavering decision just changed absolutely everything.
And that one person? Well, that brings us to the player himself. Because in this whole world of contracts and big money strategies, it's his personal choice that's thrown a massive wrench in the works and is driving this entire conflict.
And to show you just how committed he is, the player is reportedly willing to take a huge pay cut. Check this out. He's apparently prepared to slash his weekly salary from around 350,000 euros all the way down to 200,000 euros. This isn't just some negotiating tactic. He is actively choosing the club he wants to be at over a much, much bigger paycheck.
And believe me, he is not being shy about this. He has made his position completely clear, both in public and behind the scenes. And by doing that, by basically saying it's this club or no one, he's handed his current team some serious ammo, some huge leverage in their talks with Manchester United.
So what happens when you give one side that much power? Well, it pretty much forces a showdown. And now, what we have is a high-stakes game of chicken between these two clubs, and honestly right now, neither one is flinching. So, the buying club, knowing they have the player in their back pocket, is now trying to change the rules. They're pressuring United, basically arguing, hey, that price we agreed on? Yeah, it's too high now. We need to renegotiate for a lower fee.
But Manchester United's answer? It's simple, and it all comes down to this one number, 30 million euros. For them, this isn't a new conversation. It's not a negotiation. It's the figure that was put in a contract that both sides signed.
And their position is rock solid. Fulfill the terms of the contract. Pay the 30 million euros. If you're not going to do that, well, then there's nothing left to talk about. The deal is off.
So what do you do when you have a total deadlock? The player won't go anywhere else, the buying club won't pay up, and Manchester United refuses to even come back to the table. Well, this whole standoff can really only end in one of three ways.
Okay, option one, the simplest one, the buying club finally caves and pays the full 30 million euros, and the player gets his wish. Option two, the whole deal just falls apart. The player is forced to return to Manchester United, a club he clearly has no desire to play for. Or there's option three, probably the messiest of all. He returns to United, and they immediately try to sell him to a different club, the very thing he has sworn he won't accept.
So you see, this is way more than just a transfer negotiation at this point. For the player, it's really about his own happiness and career. For the buying club, it's about the risk of losing a key asset they really want to keep. And for Manchester United, well, it's a test of contractual integrity versus the massive headache of managing an unwanted and very unhappy player.
Which leaves us with this final thought. In a battle between a legally binding contract, a club's financial strategy, and a player's powerful personal desire, what is the right outcome? Who holds the real power here? And who, at the end of the day, should be the one to give in?